home appliance market is constantly evolving, bringing more advanced devices designed to simplify our daily cooking. The Dreame MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro is a modern air fryer that has just debuted on the market. Today, we'll test its capabilities both in this article and in a video where you'll see the device in action. Air fryers are gaining popularity for many reasons, but the key argument is that they allow you to prepare tasty and crispy dishes without using oil or with minimal amounts. This solution is not only healthier, but also more practical, especially for those who enjoy quick and efficient meal preparation. I received the MOVA fryer for review directly from the manufacturer, Dreame. Traditional fryer versus air fryer. Before diving into the details of the MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro, it's worth looking at the fundamental difference between traditional fryers and their oil-free counterparts. In a traditional fryer, food is submerged in hot oil, which quickly makes it crispy but also absorbs some fat. The result? Calorie-rich dishes that don't necessarily support a healthy lifestyle. Air fryers like the MOVA FD10 Pro work on a completely different principle. Instead of hot oil, they use hot air circulation technology. This allows us to achieve a similar effect, crispy skin, without immersing food in large amounts of oil. As a result, the dishes are less caloric, and their preparation is much simpler and faster. Additionally, these devices are more eco-friendly, as they consume less energy and do not generate unnecessary waste, like used oil. MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro, modernity in the kitchen. Now let's take a closer look at the star of our review, the MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro air fryer. This device features several interesting characteristics that distinguish it from the competition. First of all, it has a 6-liter capacity, which allows you to prepare larger portions of food at once. This is particularly important when preparing a meal for the whole family, or if you want to roast, for example, an entire chicken. Another key feature is the dual heatsink system, which provides dual heating, top and bottom, ensuring even cooking without the need to turn the food. Additionally, the 360 hot poly-air circulation technology guarantees that every part of the dish is evenly cooked, as hot air completely surrounds it. First impressions of use. Upon unboxing the MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro, it's immediately clear that the device looks solid and well made. Although it's relatively light, it stands stably on the counter, which is a big plus. The fryer comes in white, but it also has black and silver elements. It looks modern, but I personally prefer solid colored devices. A fully black version would look great in any kitchen, but here we have a slight mix of colors. Let me know in the comments how you like the look of this fryer. The basket inside slides out very easily, thanks to the centrally positioned handle. However, it's a good idea to hold the device with your other hand while pulling the basket out to do it smoothly. Inside the basket, there's a metal tray supported by silicone feet and edges, which is a convenient solution as the fat drains freely and the tray doesn't move around. However, there's a lack of additional shelves that could allow you to bake different ingredients simultaneously on multiple levels. The manual comes in several languages, and I found it quite amusing. To be blunt, it needs some refinement in both Polish and English. For instance, you might find a request not to lick the power plug, a recipe for baking a cake using a non-existent mold in the set, or excessive use of the word frying, as in frying fish, bread, or even frying cake. Speaking of cake, the manual tells you how to cook a delicious cake. I have to admit, I smiled more than once while reading it. Let me know in the comments what cake I should try to bake in this fryer. Interface and cooking programs. The MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro is equipped with 11 predefined programs that can be found in the menu on top of the device. There are quite a few, which gives us a lot of options, but on the other hand, the icons can be a bit confusing. For instance, the chicken icon actually represents a roasted wing, which takes some practice to recognize. It would have been better to use an icon of a whole chicken. Similarly, there's an icon of a basket, which turns out to be a mode for baking a cake. One of the most interesting programs is the DIY mode, which allows you to manually set the temperature and cooking time. The temperature range in the device is from 50 to 230 degrees Celsius, meaning you can cook both delicate dishes and more demanding ones. A big plus is that you can modify the parameters of each program, adjusting the total time or temperature. Additionally, during cooking, you can preview the dish through the window on the basket, eliminating the need to interrupt the process. The basket also features LED lighting, although it's not always necessary since the heating lamps also emit light like an electric grill. A small downside is the centrally placed handle, which slightly obstructs the view of the interior. A better solution would have been two smaller handles on the sides. As it stands, you need to either bend down or pull the basket out to get a good look at the food. MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro in practice. During the tests, I noticed that the device heats up very quickly to the set temperature, thanks to the 360 hot polyair circulation technology. The basket can be pulled out freely during operation, which automatically pauses the cooking process, and this information is displayed on the screen. After reinserting the basket, the cooking process resumes. When the set time runs out, the device beeps several times and then automatically turns off. The manually activated light inside the basket also turns off automatically after several seconds. At the back of the fryer, there's a special vent for releasing hot air, meaning the device can't be placed right up against the wall. The tray is dishwasher safe, but the basket needs to be washed by hand since it cannot be placed in the dishwasher. However, the coating on the basket is excellent, and I only needed warm water with a little detergent to easily remove the dried fat from the roasted chicken thighs. In terms of practical tests, the first to go were fries and marinated chicken fillets. In both cases, the fryer performed brilliantly. The fries were evenly baked without the need for stirring during cooking, which is a big convenience. I was particularly impressed with their crispiness, which I hadn't been able to achieve with my current air fryer. The fillets were also great. The skin was crispy and the inside was juicy, which isn't always guaranteed with air frying. The next test involved larger pieces of meat, chicken drumsticks, specifically a kilogram of meat. The automatic settings suggested 15 minutes of cooking, which surprised me. I prefer well-cooked, fat-free meat, and until now I'd been preparing the same dish in the oven for a full hour. Thanks to the dual heating technology, the meat was evenly cooked, and the skin was pleasantly crispy, all in just 15 minutes. Another plus was that the tray wasn't heavily soiled, and excess fat drained to the bottom of the device. The meat was ready to eat, but I added another 20 minutes, and halfway through the time, I also added frozen fries. After that, it was time to reheat some pizza I had made earlier. I also prepared a garlic baguette I had bought in the refrigerated section of the supermarket. Using the toast mode suggested a different time and temperature than what was indicated on the packaging, but I had no problem changing those settings. When the time was up, the baguette turned out perfectly. It was super crispy, well baked inside and not burnt. I also bought gyoza dumplings, which are usually cooked in a pan by frying and then steaming them under a lid. Summary. In summary, the MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro is a very solid air fryer that will definitely appeal to people who value healthy and quick cooking. The device has a few minor drawbacks, such as small program icons and a centrally placed handle that blocks the view through the window. Additionally, the touch panel on top gets smudged quickly and needs regular cleaning. The device itself is also quite large, which can be both a plus and a minus. On one hand, it takes up more space in the kitchen, but on the other, it allows for the preparation of larger portions, like a family-sized meal. When it comes to performance, the answer is simple. It works great. Thanks to the dual heating technology, food is prepared quickly and tastes fantastic. The price, which is around €105, may seem high, but considering the device's capabilities and build quality, I think it's a fair price for what the MOVA AeroChef FD10 Pro offers. If you're looking for a modern air fryer that will allow you to prepare healthy, tasty meals, this model is definitely worth considering. If this video was useful to you, I would appreciate a comment, a thumbs up, and a subscription. It will help me reach new people and develop the channel. Thank you, legend. See you in the next video.